Students, this will be the third part of the lesson, the Postmaster. I have already posted 2 videos. So this is the third part, continuation from where I stopped in the past one. Okay. So let us begin, students. If you have your text, you can go to page 6. Page 6, last paragraph. Relieved from her duties as nurse, Ratan took up her old place outside the door. So we know that the postmaster was sick for some time. Ratan took up the role of a nurse. She was a mother. She was a sister. She was a companion to him during his illness. She was all duties rolled into one, and the master, the postmaster, regained his health, and he had come to a decision that he was going to leave this place, this remote village, and go back to Calcutta. And that is why he applied for a transfer. And now Ratan, who nursed the postmaster back to health, once again was outside the door, waiting for him to call her. But she no longer heard the same call. She would sometimes peep inside furtively to find the postmaster sitting on his chair or stretched on his bed and staring absent-mindedly into the air. So Ratan used to wait for his call, but the sickness that afflicted the postmaster continued in his mind, let us say. Bodily he was fine, but his mind was not in this place. He was absent-minded. He was thinking something all the time, that he forgot all about this little girl, waiting for him to call her, waiting for to serve him outside his door. While Ratan was awaiting her call, the postmaster was awaiting a reply to his application. The girl read her old lessons over and over again. Her great fear was lest, when the call came, she might be found wanting in the double consonants. At last, after a week, the call did come one evening. With an overflowing heart, Ratan rushed into the room with her usual way of asking him, "Were you calling me, Dada?" So Ratan waited and waited patiently for the schoolmaster's call. She was outside the door, but the schoolmaster forgot himself. He was just thinking when he would be able to go back to his mother and his sister and to the city. And after a week of waiting, she hears the postmaster calling out to her. "Were you calling me, Dada?" she asked. The postmaster said, "I am going away tomorrow, Ratan." "Where are you going, Dada?" "I am going home." "When will you come back?" "I am not coming back." Ratan asked no other question. The postmaster, on his own accord, went on to tell her that his application for a transfer had been rejected So he had resigned his post and was going home. So the postmaster had taken a decision. The government was not willing to transfer him from this remote village to his city, and that is why, what had he done? He had quit his job. He had resigned, and he was he was leaving for his hometown without giving Ratan another thought. And Ratan had no other question. Her life would be blank, empty, without the schoolmaster. And she did not know what questions to ask. She was dumbfounded, maybe. The postmaster on his own accord went on to tell her that his application was rejected. So he had resigned his post and was going home. For a long time, neither of them spoke another word. The lamp went out dimly during burning, and from a leak in one corner of the tap, water dripped steadily into an earthen vessel on the floor beneath it. The lamp went out. The lamp went on, dimly burning. Life has to go on in spite of the failures that we face, in spite of the tragedies that we face in our lives. The life has to go on in the same way as the lamp burns dimly. The water drips steadily into an earthen vessel on the floor beneath it. So life is going on. Time is passing. They are sitting quietly for some time. After a while, Ratan rose and went off to the kitchen to prepare the meal. But she was not quick about it as on other days. She was depressed. She was sad. She could not concentrate on her job. And that sadness showed in the slowness of her work. Many new things to think of had entered her little brain. When the postmaster had finished his supper, the girl suddenly asked him, "Dada, will you take me to your home?" So that relationship, that emotional relationship, the attachment that this little girl had developed, not only to the postmaster but also to his mother, to his sister, to his hometown. She knew everything. His mother had become like her own mother, and she thought there was still one chance not to be separated from the postmaster. What was that one small chance? If he could take her with him to his city. If she could be able to share her life with him, her future with him. These thoughts kept coming, and she just voiced it. "Dada," she said, "I have no one here, nothing to do. You are my everything. Your family is everything." And so she just asked him one question: "Will you take me with you?" The postmaster laughed. "What an idea," said he. But he did not think it necessary to explain to the girl wherein lay the absurdity, the strangeness of her question. How can he take this girl with her? Will they accept her in his family? The girl did not know what was city life or what was a society, how a young man could take a girl to his house. People would laugh at him. So it was a stupid, foolish question. A question that never thought, that never entered into the postmaster's mind, taking this girl with him. It is not possible. But he would not give an answer to the girl. He thought it was a stupid, foolish question that she was asking. The whole night, in her waking and in her dreams, the postmaster's laughing reply haunted her. What an idea! She kept on, okay, the postmaster will not take me. He made fun of me. He made fun of my ideas. He did not understand. Yes, he did not understand the love that this girl had for him, the attachment, the emotional attachment that the girl had developed for him and towards his family too. And he just made fun of her by saying, "What an idea! How can I take you with me?" On getting up in the morning, the postmaster found his bath ready. He had stuck to his Calcutta habit of bathing in water drawn and kept in pitchers instead of taking a plunge in the river as was the custom of the village. So Ratan had filled his bath. The water was ready. She had kept it in small pots. And this was the Calcutta style of bathing in the morning. In this village, people would just jump into the river and have their bath. But Ratan had to collect water for his bath in the pots and she had kept it ready. For some reason or the other, the girl could not ask him about the time of his departure. So she had fetched the water from the river long before sunrise, that it should be ready as early as he might want it. Look at her service mind. So early morning, before dawn, she didn't know at what time the postmaster was leaving the village. But she did not want him to suffer because there was no water for his bath. Just even before sunrise, she had drawn water. She had kept it ready for him so that even if he wanted to leave very early, the water was ready and he could leave after his bath. And the postmaster went, had a bath, then came a call for Ratan. She entered noiselessly and looked silently into the master's face for orders. The master said, she was worried, anxious looking face, but very silently, without asking any questions, ready to accept her fate. She looks at the schoolmaster's face, and the master said, "You need not be anxious, worried about my going away, Ratan. I shall tell my successor to look after you. Don't get worried. The next postmaster who comes here will take care of you. I will leave word with him." These words were kindly meant, no doubt, but inscrutable are the ways of a woman's heart. These words, he was taking care of her future by telling her, the next postmaster will take care of you. I will put in a word with him. Don't worry. But Ratan had different thoughts. She wanted a future with the postmaster. She wanted to go with him. Strange are the ways of a woman's heart. A man could not understand what was going on in the heart of the woman. What were her thoughts? More than her thoughts, her feelings. He could not understand. And Ratan had borne many a scolding from her master without complaint. But these kind words she could not bear. She burst out weeping and said, "No, no, no need. You need not tell anybody anything at all about me. I don't want to stay on here." She says, "No, I don't want this kindness from you. Don't offer me to anyone else as a servant, as an orphan. Take me away from this place." That was her idea. She didn't want to live here without the postmaster. She just wanted to go away with him. "I don't want to stay here," she says. "Why are you thinking of my future without you?" The postmaster was dumbfounded. He had no answer. He had never imagined that this orphan girl would have thoughts of a future with him. She wanted maybe to be his wife, to be his companion throughout his life. The postmaster had never thought about these things. He had no answer when she told him, "I want to come with you." He had no answer when she said, "I don't want to stay on here. Take me with you. Make me your future." He was dumbfounded. He had never seen Ratan like this before. The new incumbent, the new postmaster, duly arrived. And the postmaster, having given charge, prepared to depart. So the postmaster was making his plans. The new postmaster has come. He has handed over the charge to the new postmaster. Just before starting, he called Ratan and said, "Here is something for you. I hope it will keep you for some little time." He brought out from his pocket the whole of his month's salary, retaining only a trifle for his traveling expenses. Then Ratan fell at his feet and cried, "Oh Dada, I pray you, don't give me anything. Don't in any way trouble about me." And then she ran out of sight. So that was the parting, the last meeting between Ratan and the postmaster. The new postmaster had come. He handed over the charge, and then maybe he felt a little guilty that he was leaving Ratan without any money. He thought of things only in terms of money. Emotions meant nothing for him. Parting meant nothing for him. He had just taken that opportunity and the services of Ratan, and he thought paying her a small amount of money, that was his whole month's salary, would suffice for what she had done for him. And once away, he would simply forget Ratan. But that was not the case with the Ratan. She did not accept his money. She just said, I don't want this. Then Ratan fell at his feet and cried, Oh, Dada, I pray you, don't give me anything. I don't need your money. She was not materialistic. Don't in any way worry about me, trouble about me. And she said this and ran out of sight. The postmaster heaved a sigh. He took a deep breath, took up his bag, carpet bag, put his umbrella over his shoulder, and, accompanied by a man carrying his many colored tin trunk, he slowly made for the boat. The postmaster heaved a sigh. Oh my God, he thought, what kind of a girl is this? Took up his carpet bag, put his umbrella over his shoulders. He was getting ready. He picked up his bag, picked up his umbrella. There was a man to carry his trunk, and he walked out of the village. He made for the boat, unthinking of what was going on in Ratan's heart. What were her thoughts? What were her feelings? He never thought about that. So we will stop here, students, for today, and the rest of the lesson and the questions will all be put forward before you in the next video. So that will be the last part. So this is part 3. Thank you, students.